SmogASFPcd dealer plates. Running out of topics to talk about, so get ready to take that test soon. Aren't we lucky that we have started a dealership in one of the most restrictive of all the 50 states regarding smog? The vehicle does need to be smogged prior to being offered for retail sale, so that's important. That's going to be on your test, so please make note of that. Important to understand, if it's a California vehicle, if it's within the first 4 model years, it's exempt from having to be smogged. However, you probably will have a smog abatement fee, so California is going to make sure that they get some kind of fee for that particular vehicle. And then there is a certain threshold as far as that window, 1976 to right before that first 4 model years, and basically you're going to have to get that vehicle smogged. If the vehicle is being brought out of California, so let's say we bought a car in Arizona, and upon initial registration here to California, regardless of the year, it will have to be smogged. We also have to make sure that we get a VIN verification done as well, and then also a weight certificate, depending on how heavy the vehicle is. And believe it or not, here in California, we now have to smog hybrid vehicles as well. So if you didn't know that, just because you have a hybrid, it doesn't make it any less of an inconvenience as far as smog is concerned. Currently, things like power sports, electrical vehicles don't have to be smogged for obvious reasons, but stay tuned. I'm sure we'll figure out a way, some way.
Start smogging electric vehicles.
Hey, you know what? If there's a state that could figure it out, California is that state. Absolutely. I believe in us. Any questions on smog?
No.
Couple key indicators as far as smog is concerned. Diesel-powered vehicles, 1998 and newer, do have to be smogged, at least at the time of recording this. And then also, if you are any kind of 18-wheelers, there are special smog situations that you need to make sure that you're addressing, especially with the way the laws are changing here in California. When in doubt, you want to make sure that you're researching whether or not what kind of requirements are going to be required with your smog and emission standards. Administrative service fees. We've talked about some of the various things we have to do as dealers, and we're going to do a quick wrap up to really kind of give you a competitive advantage when you're taking the test right before the test. So stay tuned for that. But administrative service fees, think of it like basically additional fees you get charged when you don't do your job as a dealer. Important thing to remember is when we talk about money and the DMV, and feel free to write this down, money in the DMV is always 30 days. So failure to post fees within a 30-day time period or failure to clear a vehicle transaction with clearing means both money and the paperwork is to the DMV ready to get done. So keep that in mind as we're going through this. You want to make sure that you're paying with a check if you're doing that portion. Since everything is electronic now with DMV, you have electronic records, you can keep that receipts. There's a little bit more accountability portion, so you don't have to exactly do an e-check anymore. But that was the standard practice when everything wasn't as digital as far as DMV is concerned. Any questions on administrative service fees? Then let's talk about dealer plates. Okay. With dealer plates, an owner can drive anytime, anywhere for whatever reason. Everyone else has to be through the course of conducting business. That's important. That will be on your test. So as an owner, I can drive anytime. Doesn't mean I won't be pulled over. So again, those are the key differentiating factors. Just because you can doesn't mean that, again, you won't necessarily be pulled over when you have a dealer plate in the back of the car. And then you'll have to explain, oh, I'm an owner, and have the paperwork to go with it. I have literally a dealer pack that I carry with me when I have a dealer plate in the back of the car, just in case I need to explain myself. And then if you're working for someone, obviously there has to be through the course of conducting business. As we're recording this, your fees are $92 for the dealer plate, $94 for motorcycle plate, plus county fees depending on where you reside. Important thing to remember is that they have to be firmly attached to the back of the vehicle. That's important. That will be on your test as well. Any questions on dealer plates?
I think so.
All right. Up next, advertising, common dealership mistakes, and salesperson's licensing.